The what? Sorry, fragile.
The fabrics of the building.
Fabrics.
Yeah.
You mean the brick?
The brickwork itself,
Right.
the fabric.
Yeah.
There we are.
Wow.
It slid off and didn't break, but.
So a drone hit that?
Yeah, it hit the one above it. That cracked, and this one slid out and landed.
Flipping hell, what drone was it?
To a scheduled monument is a criminal offence under the Ancient Monuments Protection Act 1882.
Welcome back everybody to another video. We're actually at a very unique place today. We're in Tilbury Fort. I was going to say port then. Tilbury Fort, English heritage actually. Now on the Google Maps view it's quite grand from above, but right now it looks pretty grotty and don't know, dirty place at the minute, but we'll see when we get closer, and we'll see when we get the drone up as well. But at the minute it's not looking that great, but there are some large ships out on the water, so it'll be quite an interesting flight regardless of the fort itself. But the fort itself is quite big. It's quite a big place. And I did call them up earlier to try and find out their drone policy to save a wasted journey, but English heritage general number. Hello.
Hi, how can I help?
Yeah, hi mate. How much is it for ticket to go around?
It is £8.10, but I'm afraid
£8.10.
we don't allow drones on site.
Ah, right.
So if you do want to fly it, that'll have to be outside the premises.
Right. How would that work if I want to take a shot in there, say? Or is that not possible?
No, I don't think it is, to be honest. It's more so the wind, first off, and the fact that the fabrics are fragile. We've had drones.
The what? Sorry, fragile.
The fabrics of the building.
Fabrics.
Yeah.
You mean the brick?
The brickwork itself,
Right.
the fabric,
Yeah.
The building fabrics are fragile. We've had, over the past 3 months, we've had 2 drones strike this building alone. So.
What happened to the building?
One of the tiles got loose. Actually have it right here.
From a drone? Never.
Yeah. There we are.
Wow.
It slid off and didn't break, but.
So a drone hit that?
Yeah, it hit the one above it. That cracked, and this one slid out and landed.
Flipping hell, what drone was it? Bigger than that, right?
It would have been a DJI. I forgot what model.
Was it bigger?
Roughly the same size.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
With the
I'm
wind
shocked,
speeds
mate.
Here, it's bloody horrendous, honestly. With the wind speeds here, it sends those little things flying. It's so light, it just
Wow.
around. So.
So you're not only saying I can't go in with it, but you don't really want it going over.
Oh, you can go in with it as long as it's not flown around here. To be honest.
Yeah, that's what I meant, flown.
Yeah. No, flying over is a no-go. But around the moat, as long as it's not near the buildings or it doesn't go inside here, it's not an issue at all.
What happens if I go over? Is that a big problem? Or?
If it strikes the building, then I believe you're liable for damage.
Oh I don't mean strike, but I mean if I go just back out there and I launch it across and go in there with it.
There.
Well, you know what I mean by in. I don't mean.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I mean sort of like probably this building height in there, so I can get some close-ups of the guns with the drone. If that makes sense. And then of course up high and do some aerial shots.
Yeah. Well.
What do you reckon?
We can't allow you to fly inside at all. But
You mean me being in, right though? But you mean me being in, or do you mean the drone? Because I'm trying to work it out.
just in general, we can't have any drones inside the main.
You don't want the drone in there?
At all.
Right.
No. But you're more than welcome to take outside perimeter shots as long as it doesn't go over.
And if I do go over, I mean, is it going to be a huge problem or?
It could be.
Legally, yeah.
Legally,
it's
yeah.
illegal for them to fly in sort of on the perimeter of the fort.
What I suppose I'm saying is if I do breach the fort, are you guys going to report it? Or would it just be a case of...
We'd have to, I'm afraid.
Right.
We'd have to, yeah. I'm afraid.
To who? The port police or something? Is it port police here or is it normal police?
So here it's normal Essex police.
Right.
Port police deals with the port itself. And
I saw them.
The dockyard as well, or the little ferry area.
Yeah, I saw them drive past the port police.
Yeah, they're quite nice, to be honest. I don't know, there's nothing listed out over there, but that should be fun. The only issue is this area. One of the issues is this entire area is a listed monument.
Oh, what, sorry?
It's a listed monument.
Listed, yeah.
Listed monument, and a lot of the buildings are Grade 2 listed as well, which is where the issues come in. So we're not allowed to legally modify anything, and of course if any damage has occurred, then it's also a huge legal issue. And
Right.
of course, us as caretakers of the site, we're meant to prevent what we are preventing that. So yeah, we'd have to report.
You have to report it, what, to your manager or something, or the police?
So no, we make a report to the police first,
Ooh.
and that goes. Then after that, it goes to the manager as well. The police record number, whatever it's called, the case number, something along those lines.
Realistically, if I go back out there somewhere, right, and I fly and I do kind of go in there, do you think you're going to see it or not? Be honest, like. Do you think I'll get away with it?
No, probably not.
You think you'll see it and then obviously you've got to report it if you see it?
Yeah.
It happens all the time always.
What's that, sorry?
It happens all the time.
Oh, right.
You always hear them and see them.
You always see it.
Quite quiet, but when you're out there, you can just hear the spinning of the blades.
Oh yeah, if you're out there you're going to hear it, but I wasn't sure if it's just due to staying in here.
No,
I could probably get in there without you seeing it.
No, we've got 2 other people on site. One's doing walk-arounds and there's another one somewhere else, I don't know where it is. But no, yeah, we'd have to legally report it, I'm afraid.
The coffee, is that free or is that for you guys?
It's for sale. We sell
Oh, you sell coffee? I got you.
You want a coffee?
Yeah, I haven't had one today. Go on, I'll have a coffee, mate.
Cool stuff.
Cappuccino?
Yeah, we can do that for you.
Can I get like an extra shot of coffee if you do it? Or a bit extra strong?
Yeah, we can do a shot on there, that's fine.
Cool. So at least if you do see the drone in there, at least I bought a coffee. I'm trying to sweeten you up with that. So that if you see it, you just ignore the drone.
And Daniel, sorry, we're going to go in a minute. I was just saying, so I don't know where he found a piece of chocolate that he got lost in the blanket.
Huh?
He went sat on the blanket and he made a hole in the blanket. He actually, yeah, he made a hole through the blanket. So now my present, handmade, in east of Russia, flown through Turkey to England. Yeah, thanks to him.
It's fine, I'm sure you didn't mean to.
Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day.
That's fine, thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alfie,
Off you go.
See, he likes the drone.
he does.
I think he'd allow the drone to go up if it was his
We
choice.
got told off by one of them people for not keeping him on the lead last
Oh,
time.
no.
Yeah. Strict rules here.
Rules are to be broken, though, aren't they? You know? They're there to be broken.
Depends what you're made of and who you know.
I'll take the water as well, please, mate.
Yeah, cool stuff. Just round here for you.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. See you
guys.
later.
Take care.
Thanks, I'll see you.
Bye.
if I donate the 50p, can I fly?
I can't confirm or deny.
I suppose the reason I kept pushing it a little bit is because a lot of places I go to will say no, and then they'll go, do you know what? As long as I don't see it, I don't care. But here, you seem quite. Look, if you see it, you're going to report it.
To be fair, it's big. I'll say the biggest issue. We've had a lot of instances of drones where, again, they've struck buildings, and I believe we've had one arrest quite recently due to drone
Arrest?
flying outside. Yeah. Because it wasn't the one of that tile. I don't think they damaged it. They flew over after we told them not to, and the police came down and
Arrested him.
detained. I think is the proper term, but yeah, he was.
Oh, so they didn't take him away, but they detained him and searched him or something.
Something along those lines. I'm not too sure. You can hear him coming down, and after that, I don't really know what happened to him. But
And that's from you guys calling them for it, and then or what?
Surprisingly, actually, know someone out there called.
Oh, right.
But they know us quite well. They are.
Oh, I'm okay, mate. Yeah, 5 years.
That's well, yeah, they do lots of stuff around here anyway, so they know
Right.
us quite well. So this week.
I mean, the way that I kind of see drones flying them in areas where sometimes the rules of the location don't allow it, what I do, I always check whether I believe it's lawful. So a lot of places have rules say you can't do it.
Yeah.
Some places it's illegal, some places it's not. So what I'm going to do, when I've got my coffee, I'm going to drink it, go out there, I'm going to check to see whether it's actually legal to fly across. So it won't be your rules, but I'll check legally whether I can. If I can, I'll do it, and you're going to have to report it.
That's fine.
Or if I can't, I obviously won't do it.
Of course, no.
You know?
Have you been down to Coal House as well? That's
Down where?
Down to Coal House Fort down there.
No. I could maybe go next if they open today.
They're not open at all, but with a drone. It's
Right.
It's a big casemate fort, so it's not like this all flat and open. Big walls all round, but there's a huge open area. It's shut,
Thanks,
so
mate.
it adds to the mystique, so to speak.
All right.
I don't think they've not been open for about 10, 12 years, but
All right.
that might be. You didn't hear that from me, though. That might be an interesting place to see as well.
Here will be cool because you've got your fort and you've got behind, you've got the boats and the rivers right there, isn't it?
I mean, how high does that one go? What model is it?
That's the Mini Pro 4.
That's the Mini Pro 4. Oh, right.
120 metres is the legal height any drone can legally go to.
Yeah.
400 feet, essentially.
You know, I had a Mini Pro 2, I think, actually, ages ago, but I destroyed that one in Greece.
Destroyed it.
Yeah, I went too high up and then,
Really?
yeah, splintered, which went everywhere.
I had a weird thing happen in Cyprus with mine. You know the satellite connections that connect?
Yeah.
Well, you know when they're not connected, it doesn't know where it is, right?
Yeah.
So it must have lost below like the 8, I think it is. And it didn't know where it was in the air.
God.
So it just started to just
Drift.
do its own thing. And it was very hard to get it to come back.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen anywhere, but there.
And that was in Cyprus, was it?
Yeah, high and upper on the beach. So it was going across the water by the beach, and then all of a sudden I was like, hold on, why is it going sideways? And it was quite low, so I didn't have much leeway to when it's higher, you've got a bit of time to kind of get it where you want it to go, right?
Yeah.
But it's just there, you've not got much time to act. So.
God, yeah, no, good point.
But yeah, I'll go out there, I'll have a little look legally. If I can, I will. I know what you've got to do, you've got to do.
Yeah, of course.
We've
got procedures to follow, but, you know, we can't stop you.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. All right, mate, thank you for the coffee.
Well, no worries,
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Oh, is it Paul?
Yeah, pull it. It's a bit rough.
That's
Oh,
okay.
there we go.
Well, this should be an interesting flight, guys. We are legally allowed to fly here. I just said that to make it, seem like I wasn't too sure. But I'm going to go and check. And I'm going to fly. We are going to fly. I can't see how anybody got arrested for flying here. Detained? Detained, maybe. I got detained very recently this week, actually. And you're probably going to be able to watch that video long before this one goes out. I got detained for flying over a government product safety site. But that was just tyrannical police officers. That was not me breaking any law. That's the first time it's ever happened. I don't think anyone's going to be getting detained here for flying. So there are clearly no flight restrictions here at all. I don't think they even have a yellow zone. Nothing at all, look. So, yeah, strange one that. All right,
Alright, alright.
I've done one flight. I'm not sure if you've seen it or heard it.
Yeah, we saw it and heard
Oh,
it.
you heard? Oh, man. I didn't see anyone out, so I thought you probably wouldn't see it.
No, I was here.
Oh, you were here?
Yeah, I was here. You came quite low over here as
I
well.
did, yeah, I came. Yeah, for the guns and that.
Yeah, it is. I've just checked our email. It is illegal.
Illegal.
Over English heritage sites, yeah. Right?
Yeah, sorry, I just got a message from my friend in Spain who wants a picture of me outside the officers' quarters. Damn it. You couldn't have messaged me when I was sober.
It's alright.
I came back in anyway to let you know I've done the one flight.
Yeah.
I've got to go back up. So I wanted to know if you'd seen it. Obviously you have.
Yes.
So now, you're not going to report it, surely, mate?
I mean, my boss probably already has. My boss probably already has.
I thought you saw it though.
Yeah, I saw it, but I've told him. We already told you when you first came in, you can't fly it.
Yeah, but when I flew down here, I didn't see anybody. So
Yeah,
I just
because-
presumed.
No, it doesn't matter if no one sees or not. You're not allowed to fly them in here.
Right.
If it goes, you hit a building or something, there's a lot of damage. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of damage, but these are, 300, 400-year-old buildings.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm shocked that slate got damaged from a drone.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that, but generally speaking, these come worse off when they hit things.
I mean, the drone was also pretty badly damaged, but so is our building. It is
Right.
illegal to fly them on all English heritage sites and probably a lot of historic properties as well. Just 'cause it makes
Illegal?
it illegal,
As in a crime.
as in a crime. Yeah.
So your boss, what happens now?
Well, he's called the police. Whether they'll actually
He has
turn
called
up
the
or
police?
not. Yeah.
You definitely confirmed?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whether they turn up or not, that's
Right.
another question, obviously.
I've got one more flight left, and then I'm going to go.
Well, what are you doing it for anyway?
It's an iconic place, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Have you seen it from a drone? I'm sure you've seen drone footage here, right?
we've our photographer using the drone to do it.
It's an amazing sight from above, right? So,
Oh yeah, it is. But if you want to do stuff like try and find it inside, you can contact the filming department, and they'll, they can organise a day where you can come in and do it.
I literally decided
But
about 3 hours ago that I'm going to come here.
yeah, well, I'm afraid you're not allowed to do it. Here, there's nothing. My hands are tied.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
got-
want any of these buildings being damaged
It won't get damaged.
because it's,
I've got a lot of data on my memory card, like from previous flights.
yeah,
Last thing I want to do is lose the drone as well.
yeah. But it doesn't make a difference to me because you're not allowed to do it here.
Can you call the police off?
But,
Can you call them off?
no, I can't.
Cancel.
I can't do anything.
Call your boss and say just cancel the police.
That's not how it works. We can't do that. It's legally, we've done our procedure.
But there's no crime. There's no crime. There's nothing
So
illegal.
I can read you.
Oh, God, have you got it there?
So,
Go on, tell me what it says. I mean, I'm curious to be fair. Oh, we've got people arriving. I'll come back in a minute, mate, if you want to sort these out. I'll come back in, yeah?
yeah. Thank you. No problem.
Go on.
Right, sorry.
Yeah. I'm just curious if it actually says it's illegal.
So,
That's a bit naughty in my opinion, because I've checked and it is legal to fly over.
because I think historic sites have it's a whole different thing.
Oh, right.
So, if I find the one that says,
And that's an English heritage thing, is it, yeah?
yep, this
Cool.
is English heritage, and I also think I was National Trust as well.
Right.
National Trust English Heritage. Blah, 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 just FYI, yeah, so, The National Child English Centre does not authorise drone operations from any of the land sites unless it's been approved by our PR and commercial
Yeah.
sites, which obviously
It hasn't.
you haven't.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's it. And if I just scroll down a bit, so much writing, it's a bit ridiculous.
That road out there, is that only to do with you, or is that a public road?
So the public road, although it's still technically ours, it's not. It's public. So you can fly the drone along there. It's absolutely fine, and you can sort of go round the fort.
Just in terms of launching, I don't like to launch off people's property.
No, you can launch it.
But that road is, yeah, it's okay, isn't
So
it?
the car park, you can launch it off of there. That's fine. And
But you just
obviously
go on
the
it.
sea wall, I assume, is still
Okay, cool.
council, but I assume they don't have anything.
Oh, that walkway's nothing to do with you? No?
No, so the sea wall, the actual sea wall, that's the council.
Ah, okay.
Obviously the car park is ours, but we've got nothing against you, obviously, flying it
Up from there.
up from there or along the car park. It's absolutely fine. It's just inside the actual fort area itself
Right.
is where because of the buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
That is why. That's obviously why we can't do it.
And you say it's illegal on there. I just wanted to, because if it is, I might look into getting that changed. If it says it's illegal, yeah, it's quite naughty if it's illegal.
So I mean, it's legal if you. I think it's the AVA, I think the DAA. I think it said the drone. I guess in.
Right, yeah.
No, CAA. Sorry.
CAA, that's it.
Civil Aviation Authority.
That's it.
So permission from them. This is regardless of whether they are registered with the CAA, for a professional or hobbyist, or to give it.
So it says irregardless of if they are registered.
Yep, so this is regardless of whether they are registered with the Civil Aviation Authority or a professional or hobbyist or offered to give us footage. This is also regardless of the type or size of drone being flown. What was the drone for? So if they are flying from the land, if they are flying but not on the land, so basically, don't want to go down any further.
So what's your boss actually reported, just a drone's being flown over the fort?
Yeah. So not, obviously, we don't know your name like them, so we haven't gone, John Doe was like,
No, sure, but I wasn't sure what the report may have said.
No, we just have to notify them a drone is being flown.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Whether they actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
Probably won't, to be honest, because...
I thought somebody got arrested, you said? Your colleague
Oh
said?
yeah, it has done previously, yeah.
Right.
The problem is that's, a bit lucky to be honest. They were probably nearby.
All right, mate, I'll let you crack on.
Yeah, sure.
I've got one left. I'll be in the car park if you need me on there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, apparently it was illegal, but it's been changed. He can't find it now. Basically, what they're saying is they don't authorise it, irregardless of any CAA or irregardless of any of that. They do not authorise the drone flights. I'm pretty sure it said as well, from their properties, from their land, etc. Nothing about going over. Public, all up there is all public. In fact, all done. No police.
No.
So, they obviously don't care, do they? Or
Even when we get like dirt bikes going across the sea wall, even then they don't really seem to care. I
right.
think it's only when they're nearby they actually are bothered to. It's a bit irritating, obviously flying a drone is not really, not really doing anything particularly wrong, but it's just something we have to, unfortunately, it's something we do have to do. Basically get the call and think not to bother them. So,
Well, there's generally no crime committed flying a drone here, unless the person's doing it for terrorist purposes, which the police maybe, want to check that.
Yeah, but I think most of the time, sometimes we get lucky, and if they're nearby, they'll come and...
They'll just pop in.
They'll come and pop in.
Yeah.
But I think if they're not around, then, I guess it depends on what patrols are on, I guess. And
Yeah.
also sometimes they sort of pass on to the port police.
All right.
And then by the time it's all communication has gone through, it's either too late, or it's a false alarm. And
Yeah.
But,
There's not much the police can do about it here. I mean, they can't stop anyone flying over it.
the thing is, it's one of those sorts of laws where it's illegal, but you can't really enforce it because there's not really anything.
Well, flying over is legal, but obviously here, private property has its own rules.
Yeah.
And the rules state no drones. But I think maybe what it means is you can't fly a drone when you're in here.
No, it is over because it's the drone potentially falling onto either a member of public.
But is it worded as over?
Yeah, it's worded for in and around the fort, so we consider that gets within the walls. Obviously, car park is fine, but sort of within the blueprints.
But is that rule specifically for here, or were you reading the English Heritage General?
So this one, that was for here. Each individual, because it depends on like some for like.
Can I read it again? The one for here.
I can't actually because it's an internal communication. I can read it out to you if you want me to.
Yeah, the one for here.
I can't let you.
Yeah. Just so I want to know whether it says like over or whether it's worded more that on the land.
Coming up with something like this, it's not authorised train operations from any of our land sites unless it's been approved for any of that.
So that part says from any of our land.
Okay, we don't want them flying over our land.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, so flying over our land. So
We don't allow or we don't like?
we don't. Yeah, we don't like. Well, let me just find that.
Because I know the first part says we don't allow from our land, but then you're saying that part says we don't like it going over our land, right?
That's just like actually, it's not actually this is the email bit. So let me just get.
Yeah, sure. But it would make sense.
Yeah, let me just because what did I download it to?
Because essentially you can say we don't allow it from our land because anybody on your land has to abide by your rules.
I think essentially what it wants to stop people doing is, one, obviously we have people visiting, you don't want a drone, whether you're flying it from outside or you're inside flying it, it's the drone falling onto someone within.
Oh, I get the reasoning why they don't want it, right? I suppose what I'm getting at is the way they've worded that email for you and your staff to implement.
I'll actually, because that was literally just like a little bit at the top.
But if you think about it, it would make sense because they're saying we don't allow it on our land, meaning if someone's coming in, you can tell them, if you're going to get a ticket, you can't do this. If you do it, we're going to kick you out, right? But they're saying over, so if I go out on the public pathway, miles away, not down there, and I fly over, they're sort of saying we can't not allow it, but we don't like it.
So what it is cause a health and safety issue either way, which in turn will make the act of flying it over against the law, regardless if you're inside or outside.
But there's no law involved.
It's
an English heritage thing, right? I think.
Oh well, it's national trust. It's all placed. So if you hit so here we go. So they may hit. So the thing is, if they may hit a historic building or statue, damage to a listed building would be a criminal damage under the Criminal Damage Act 1971. Damage to a scheduled monument is a criminal offence under the Ancient Monuments Protection Act 1882, which both of them is objects.
That's if you hit something, right?
Yeah, that's if you hit it.
But do you know what? I think if the person was flying lawfully and they accidentally hit your building and it damaged it, I don't think it would be criminal damage, because with criminal damage it has to be an intent to cause the damage. Well, yeah, it has to be the intent to cause the damage, right?
Well, I don't.
It's like a car accident. You don't get done for criminal damage because you accidentally drive into another car, right? You exchange insurances and you deal with it, right?
I think really it depends on sort of, because obviously if you say to someone you can't do it and then if they do it, you're basically, I think that's mute because you've been told not to do it. You do it and you break something. You knew where you want to. If you didn't know, I guess it's sort of a different thing. Kettle of fish.
I mean, if somebody said they're coming in and you said you can't do it in here, and they went in and they flew from in there, then they've clearly broke your rule. If they then damage the building in doing so, that's a bit naughty.
So I think it could probably still be. I mean, if I start clicking on all those acts, the whole massive thing of
But I think they've listed the criminal offences to try and scare people that if you damage the building, you will be liable.
I mean, the thing is, obviously you can get a special permission from the public relations department, I think it is, and the media, what's it called, like the film and TV.
Yeah, they're going to check your insurances, you check you're valid.
And then we have, obviously we're covered if anything does happen, and obviously we can then be here to obviously make sure nothing happens or whatever.
Probably when there's no one here as well.
Oh yeah, it has to be when the site is closed, because obviously we're not going to deal with this.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly, isn't it?
I was only asking you because I wanted to know how they've worded it so that people like yourself know what to tell people like me, because it can be misleading sometimes when it says we don't allow it on our land and then they say we don't like you flying over. You guys have kind of put that into a group and said, well, you're not allowed to go over, when actually what they're saying is can't stop you going over, we just don't want you to do it.
It's not to authorise drone operations from our landing sites unless they've been approved for PR commercial service.
That's it. Yeah, that makes sense, because you can implement whatever rules you like in here.
Yeah.
You can say no cameras, no drones, you can say no, I don't know, anything, but no bikes. But yeah, I think outside, going over, it's allowed, but they don't want it to happen.
It's allowed, but you don't. Yeah, it's allowed, but we don't.
You'd rather it didn't
don't want
happen.
it because whether you're outside or inside, if a drone hits
Yeah,
someone,
it's
or-
still going to cause you a
yeah,
problem if it
doesn't-
crashes in there, right?
Either way, so
Yeah.
I think essentially
Yeah.
we can't. If you're outside the land, then obviously
Can't stop
we can't
it, but
do anything. But we still are allowed to notify the police, whatever. That's what we want to open.
If that's your process.
It's just something we have to do. Obviously, it's nothing against you or anything.
yeah.
If you want to fly, then
Yeah.
fly away.
It's not
obviously.
illegal, see.
But-
Like if they had a zone here, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, we can't. We're probably not allowed to say the illegal airspace because we have planes flying over.
There you go, it's the same thing.
Obviously, they're a lot higher up. Than,
Yeah, and more safety
Yeah.
procedures are taken with
Yeah.
big planes.
yeah,
Of course, it's going to be.
just something.
Yeah. I get it. If it crashes in there, it's still going to cause you a problem.
Yeah, regardless.
But
And also probably for you as well.
Yeah. But then if a car crashes in the outside of your building, it's still probably going to cause you an issue
Yeah.
there. It's a risk, I guess.
Yeah,
Can happen.
Anyway, but unfortunately, it's just. I think some sites. I don't didn't say anything being there, but I think some sites on the end they've got obviously massive gardens. You probably are allowed to fly them within the garden area, possibly. I don't know.
I think they always say like not allowed in.
Yeah,
Over, we don't really want you to.
yeah. I think it's probably the sort of
Last question. I'm going to go now. Do you have a toilet I could quickly use?
Yes, we do.
You do. Perfect.
There.
Yeah.
You should go all the way over there behind the big.
Right over there.
Yeah, literally right. It might be easiest.
Can I go out that way and that over?
No, you've got to go through.
I've got to go through there.
It might be. The pub's probably the quicker one, really. If you
The
go
where?
that way anyway, the pub. Did you come pub?
Oh yeah. No, where is it? Over there.
Yeah. So literally, there's a row of buildings over there.
Okay.
This is behind there. It's behind there.
I'll go over. Yeah. No worries. Then I'll go. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, look at that. Cool. Yes, guys, we are finished here today at the Tilbury Fort. We are just going to quickly use their toilets. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a pure audits joke. It was actually for real. Yeah. I mean, we get to have a quick look at the place. Look while we're in here. We've got a free entry for a few minutes. But yeah, Tilbury Fort. I think we've educated them a little bit on the drone because at the end, I did make him read back over it and he's kind of realised that what it means is they can disallow what they like in here, but going over, they've had to word it as we don't like it, which is perfectly fine. They can say that. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Drop a comment below, see what you think. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you tomorrow. So guys, just a second or third takeoff location for Tilbury Fort will be here. Done one flight already from down on the lane. I'm going to do one from here. I'm going to go back round and do probably a final one back at the front again.